What's up, good people? Y'all know what time it is, baby. It's AA Sports, straight sports, no damn chaser. You've got the super team of sports talk here with y'all, and I'm one half of it. Diego Barishnikov, the Black Dominican Russian, here checking in with my main man, my partner in crime. I call him the 6 foot under post-up champ. Tell these people who you are.
What's good, good people? It's your boy Uncle Hate, the other A and AA Sports, broadcasting live here on a Thursday. I feel like I've been away for a while. I got a little bit of energy. What's good?
Yeah, you're coming through loud and clear tonight like an air traffic controller. I hear you, boy. Everything good?
Yeah, man. Can't complain.
All right, that's what's up. Good people. What's up, man? We appreciate y'all tuning in as always. This is episode 212 of AA Sports. Check us out on YouTube. We on Spreaker, on that app if you like podcasts. And I know most of y'all got iPhones, so jet on over to iTunes and check us out there and download that content. Make sure you share it. See, we Southern. We cut syllables and letters out of stuff that not supposed to be cut out. But you get the drift of what we're saying. We're going to, of course, tonight we're going to talk about, we got a little bit of NFL tonight. NFL, they just find a way to stay in our headlines year long. So
yes, sir.
We got news and notes there. We're going to touch on, got an upcoming fight this weekend, big heavyweight battle coming up. We'll throw our 2 cents in on this Astros cheating scandal. But to start off, we're gonna talk NBA first. Of course, just a quote unquote official, unofficial midpoint of the season. Team LeBron. Well, we'll start before we get to the All-Star game itself. The overall weekend was actually pretty good.
Yeah, it was.
You know what I'm saying? All-Star Saturday night, of course, we had the three-point shootout, the skills contest. I forgot who won the skills contest just that quick. It was a big man, though, right?
Old boy, Bam.
Bam. Yeah. So that was pretty cool. Three-point shootout went to Buddy Hield. Him and Devin Booker, along with some others, put on a nice show in that three-point shooting contest. You like the 4-point shot? Or the 3-point shot, the extra shot?
I do. This may be unpopular, but I can have a 3-point contest all day long. I'm kind of over the dunk contest.
A lot of people feel that way. I mean, so because it's only I will say this year was pretty. This year was pretty entertaining.
Yeah.
But you at some point you get to a point like, okay, how many more dunks can there actually be that we haven't seen?
Right.
And then you got people doing shit that we ain't seen to a degree. So it's just crazy. But the dunk contest is hit or miss.
Yes.
It is very hit or miss. So, okay, so let's talk about the dunk contest. Of course, everybody's talking about Aaron Gordon got robbed. I think he did, but I think he didn't.
Right.
I think people wanted to, I guess, basically change the rules in the middle of the contest. Shit kind of don't work like that.
No. I mean, that was cool, him dunking over Taco, but I mean, it wouldn't. Now if Taco would have tried to block his dunk, that would have been cool to me.
Yeah, and I was kind of hating at first on the Taco dunk because he grazed him. Right. You know what I'm saying? Then I was like, well, then he didn't really do no flair, do nothing with the ball. He just kind of dunked it. And then I was like, dude, he's 7'5". He damn near jumped over a small house.
Right.
Like,
So even if he grazed him a little bit, let's just say that dropped it down to what? He jumped over a 7'1" dude.
See, this is the problem I got. Because not only was Aaron Gordon's score bullshit, but I thought Derrick Jones scored his 48. I thought that was bullshit too. Yeah. Dude took off from the free throw line, did like a windmill.
Right.
Yeah, he was one step in front of it, but man, come on, that was a 50.
Yes.
And they shorted him, giving him a 48. So when Aaron Gordon didn't clear Taco all the way, he didn't do a whole lot with the ball. I was like, look, man, do the right thing, give him a 48, make it a 10. Let's just get out of here.
Right.
Well, Wade had other plans.
Hey, that was probably his rookie.
He was hyping him up from the jump. He was talking him up the whole time. But a couple changes I think that the NBA is probably going to look at now with the dunk contest. That yes, if it gets to the finals and it's a tie, then maybe you go cumulative and the scores from every round, since right now the scores in the early rounds don't carry over. Maybe you do that. Maybe you add that little tidbit in there. I would like to see the judge. Why the judges why do they get to talk to each other?
They should.
What is that shit about?
They should. The only takeaway, the only L I think for the dunk contest. Did you see what Josh said after the fact?
Oh, he said he's still not doing it next year.
He was like, that made up my mind. I was like, damn. So you think they're gonna be spending the next 10 years begging Zion to do it? He gonna give them one at least, right?
Hey man, I don't know.
Right. These cats ain't trying to do that. They not. And you sitting there cheating cats. He jumped over a 7-foot man. You know, shit. I mean, I know it wasn't in game, but still. So
hey man.
It was one of the better ones. It was better than last year. But it's not the same. Remember when we were kids? That whole bench would be Dominique, Jordan, Clyde Drexler, stars. Yeah. You know, Donovan Mitchell ain't a star yet. Why he ain't in the shit? I mean, I know he's an all-star this year, but, you know, it's one and done with these cats nowadays. So,
yeah, they ain't thinking about the dunk contest. You know, and maybe because a lot of people shit on it. Maybe that plays a part into they, you know what I'm saying, thinking too. Like, hey, everybody already shitting on it. They don't think it's going to be shit. Why I'm going to go in there and, you know, participate? I can kick back. But, you know, it is what it is. But overall, yeah, it was a good All-Star weekend. Now, the game on Sunday, I thought Team LeBron, they played lazy as hell for a good 3 quarters.
Yeah, they did. I mean, it seemed like until they got that you know, notification like, look, y'all down, 9 or 11. So they need 24. Figure it out.
Right.
Then they started balling. But then it came back to bite Giannis when you ain't take, like, no guards over 6'5". Well, over 6 feet.
Right.
So you had Kyle Lowry out there being a walking foul, taking charges, pulling cats to the ground.
Right.
It was entertaining. At least they tried to play. And that felt like that was in the vein of Kobe, because I still remember Kobe clapping at LeBron, telling him to shoot the ball a couple years ago.
Right.
In the All-Star game.
Exactly.
You know, but let me ask you this. Kawhi. Kawhi looked like the best player in the NBA out there.
I mean, yeah, because, I mean, he hit, 8 threes?
8 threes.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to – I mean, I still think it's Giannis or LeBron right now. I mean, but Kawhi's definitely in the discussion. He's definitely in the discussion.
Over him right now?
I mean, I'm just looking at, well, I mean, even though Giannis don't have a refined jump shot right now,
yeah,
you know, I'm just looking at what he's doing. Well, I mean, what is that Bucks team? Even though they're a good, solid team, what are they really doing without him?
Because they might win 70 games this year.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, I mean, Kawhi is definitely right there in the discussion. He probably 1 or 2. I give him 1 or 2. I mean, if you want to take him over Giannis, I understand. If you want to take Kawhi over Giannis, I get it. LeBron's probably 3 right now.
That's what I was about to come to you with. The bigger question is he better right now than LeBron? I
mean, yeah, if you put him on, I mean, yeah, because he's younger. He's younger, and he's going to play more sustained defense for a longer period of time.
Yeah.
You know, and we know when it comes to the end of the game, you know, LeBron's he's going to look for the pass if that's what's there first, and then the shot. So, I mean, depending on what you want, yeah. But I would say Kawhi is a little bit better right now. Just, I mean, we're talking about year 17, though.
I was about to say, though, you can't really shit. He's in year 17.
Right. The fact that, year 17, and we talking about no less than the 3rd best player in the league.
I mean, hey, y'all say what y'all want. And I love Jordan. Love him. Year 17.
And you know, and just because he's not necessarily the best overall player in the league no more, I think he's still the most important when it comes to playoff time.
And the way he transitioned his game to really becoming a point guard, because he could sustain this for another 3-4 years. To me.
Yeah, they'll have to get a third or a real third option in there probably at some point.
Absolutely.
Or really a second scoring option.
Right.
But yeah, if he gonna facilitate like that, that's already his nature anyway.
Right.
You know, and he can pick and choose when he choose to go hard and turn it up, then yeah, he'll be able to last a good while.
Hey, most surprising aspect of that game to me.
Mm-hmm.
So LeBron put CP3 on his man. He put him on them drugs.
Because he caught a two-handed oop. You know what I'm saying? And somebody jumped at it too. So it's like
jump, cuz.
So I was like, okay, wait a damn minute. And you notice that he was in the game late and not Luka.
Yeah.
Little coaching there. I wonder why. Who's the coach of Giannis' team?
Nurse from Toronto.
Okay, because he didn't really switch nothing up. He went with the voted starters or whatever. And
Trey wasn't out there.
Well, no, okay, yeah, you're right. Trey
Lowry
on that side.
Trey for that defense, and I can't really knock him. But Trey did have a solid showing, 10 and 10. But to not see a minute in the fourth as a voted in starter.
I mean, Luka didn't get. I don't think he got any minutes fourth quarter either.
Probably didn't. So they let you know they was about trying to win the game.
Exactly. So yeah, that was not the game for Trae Young. Because it was defense that fourth quarter.
Yeah, it was defense and man, Harden could have ended that game 3-4 minutes before it was over with. With that layup, he decided to pass.
He's just like, nope, I don't want that. I was like, and I thought it was at first. I thought it was Giannis that was running at him. It was a guard or somebody running at him. Yeah. I was like, man, come on, man, turn that over and boom that.
Yeah, but shout out to these cats, man. It's a beautiful thing when you see the legit best players in the world playing hard at the same time. You know, we a couple years removed from when Steph laid on the ground when Giannis went down in the dunk dead in the middle of the game.
I forgot all about that. He
literally laid on the ground. So.
I forgot all about that. And shout out to Embiid because he kind of he buckled up and balled that game. He actually was playing hard and balling before everybody else decided to start.
Yeah, he did. And you see what he was doing to LeBron? Big man. Take him to the block. They can't do nothing with you.
Exactly.
Nothing at all. So, you know, that was a good look for the NBA. You know, with everything looming over the game. You know, shout out to them. But now we're to the second half. And, you know, I'm thankful that we moved the trade deadline. Well, they moved the trade deadline. That's over with. You ain't got cats worrying about where they're going to go. You still got a few buyouts, I believe, coming. But they can lock in now and focus on the season. All right, I got the standings as of tonight on these notes in front of you. Shout out to the Toronto Raptors, man. To be second in the league, in the East at least, and lose Kawhi Leonard. Shout out to them cats, man. I didn't see this shit coming. I know you said they probably still going to be a solid little playoff team. I was like, damn, they're losing Kawhi, though. But
yeah. I mean, and some of it was just because of what I thought might be a lack of depth in the East. Because outside, you knew Milwaukee would be there. You knew Boston was going to be top. Philly. Yeah. Outside of those teams, you know what Indy was going to do because Oladipo went back. Yeah. Wasn't expecting. I wasn't at least expecting this out of the Heat.
Me neither.
I think that's the biggest surprise in the East. And so, you know, you take that in consideration. You know, Toronto, I thought they would be a top 4 seed. But that 16 game win streak they went on right before the All-Star break, that was big and bumping them up into a 2 spot. They got about a 2 game or a game and a half lead right now, which, you know, you still got to go out there and hoop. But big first half for them.
You think Philly going to move up? They got to lock in at this point because
that team. Well, one thing I will say about out of everything that's going on in Philly, I personally don't think it's a Ben Embiid.
Nope.
It's like I don't think it's that because when I'm looking at them play, I'm just looking at the little shit like them helping each other up off the ground. You know, kind of, you know, encouraging each other during the game. Then you look at the All-Star game, they joking around and having fun. So I'm like, okay, they get along on a personal level.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, maybe, the basketball play, that part because they style so different. Yeah, that's going to get in the way sometime, and they got to learn how to manage that. And to me, they don't have the best coach to help them manage that. You know what I'm saying? So that can make things a little rocky. But if they can pull it together, we'll see how these acquisitions that they made. She's trying to get some shooting in there with Burks and Glenn Robinson, I think is who they got in the trade. We'll see if that helps. But Embiid's got to be healthy, and he's got to play inside out. You know what I'm saying? We know you can shoot the three, but with that said, Ben's clogging up the middle down low. So,
but you know what? Did you catch that game before the All-Star break when they played the Clippers?
I did catch some of it.
The way they were playing?
I did catch that game because that was a game. The Clippers, you could tell they weren't really into it.
I don't see how people say they can't play together. Embiid's not going to be running the break with Ben the way he's moving. It can work. They do work. Just Ben got to be aggressive. And it's not necessarily shooting jumpers aggressive. If he's going to the hole, if he's hitting 70% from the foul line, then that can make up for them jumpers. Because if you're going to the hole being aggressive, getting fouled, then that means that people got to respect you. But if he's being hesitant, not wanting to go to the hole or shoot, that's a problem. But I think they're going to work. I
think they got to find a nice balance because we talked about it last year, I think, or maybe the year before last. But when Embiid was hurt in the playoffs, when Embiid was hurt, Ben was running. They was ripping and running. Right. Ben was open. Because if Embiid is on the court with them trying to run, he gonna get stuck running free throw line to free throw line.
That's it.
His ass is gonna get tired and disinterested.
Yep.
Okay. And as soon as he touched the ball, he gonna jack up an ill-advised shot.
Yeah.
So that's why I say he's got to at least fuck a three. Okay, fuck the three.
It can be in mid-range.
Just when he comes off of certain cuts and curls, and whether he's either catching the ball off of that curl right around the elbow or whether he's dribbling off a pick and roll, that little 15-foot elbow shot, just shoot that.
That's it.
Just shoot that because it's wide open because
it is.
People are going under in the paint, clogging that shit up whenever you got the ball. At least shoot that. I'm just saying, if he does that, it'll open everything up. I was optimistic at the beginning of the year, not so much now.
One thing that coach did that I agree with, and he's actually stuck with it, they're bringing Horford off the bench.
Okay, I did notice that the last couple games.
Yeah, they started out tonight. Ben's not playing tonight, but they kept him coming off the bench. I mean, you don't want to be paying a dude $25 million to come off the bench, but this is kind of where you are because you need the spacing.
Right, and you got to find something that works. And get some cohesiveness going here because you only got about 25, 30 games left, I believe.
Shot, I was thinking about it the other day. They got a lot of dudes who make real money on that team. Between Harris, Embiid, Simmons, and Horford, there's no fucking excuse. There's a lot of dudes making real money.
And they were the fifth. They were the fifth seed. Yeah.
And they don't want nothing to do with Jimmy Butler and Miami in that 4-5 matchup. They don't want to see Jimmy first round at all.
Right. Yeah. I don't know what Philly's going to do. I know what they need to do, but they're not going to do it right now, and that's fire their coach. But
now the game last Thursday, I didn't catch it, but you were talking about it on our personal chat. Jason Tatum, he was giving the Clippers the work last week.
Anybody who wanted it. Anybody who wanted it. In that fourth quarter and that overtime, Jason Tatum was giving them the business. Jumpers, driving to the hole.
Was Kawhi on him?
Kawhi was on him. I was trying to think of the other boy's name. Kawhi was on him. Morris was on him a little bit. But it was mostly Kawhi. And they couldn't do shit with him.
I still think they need a big, but it's amazing how, and this is going to transition to what we're about to talk to next. It's amazing how you move some people out the way and shit get better.
Right.
It's kind of amazing. The Brooklyn Nets are here at number 7. Kyrie's out for the year. Shout out to Brooklyn in this regard. At least y'all not playing the games like the Warriors are. letting motherfuckers warm up and, his back tight. Just say y'all trying to lose this year. Just stop. It's okay. We get it. You said on our personal chat again earlier today, you said, I think you said Kyrie is damaged goods and KD gonna need some more burner accounts.
He is, man. This is gonna be. I don't like the look of it, man. This kid can't stay healthy for shit.
Lil homie ain't played 72 games since 2016. 72, and it's 82 in the season. Let's give you 10 rest games. You ain't did that in 3 years,
bro. And you ain't getting no younger.
Hell no.
How old Kyrie? I mean, he's still only, 28, 29?
Probably 28, yeah.
But it's still, man, the injuries are mounting up, and he ain't the biggest cat.
No.
That was one thing about Allen Iverson. He wasn't the biggest cat, but he wasn't really never hurt. He's hitting the ground a hell of a whole lot. He wasn't really hurt. He get nicked up. He may miss a game or two here or there, but I can't recall any injuries that AI had that kept him out extensive periods of time. You know what I'm saying? This cat right here is breaking down before our eyes.
All right, I got another one for you. Who else was on the ballot when they voted Kyrie vice president of players?
It had to be one of them things that nobody else ran. Nobody else ran. You know what I'm saying? It'd be
send that dude in there to work on their better interest. Him.
Like I said, man, I guess it's a good thing Chris Paul's still the president, right? Somebody can be in there to balance that shit out.
So basically, with Kyrie as vice president, Chris ain't got no more sick days he can use. None. Like he got all the meetings.
Not when there's no important shit to go down.
All right, you got anything else on the East? Because the West is a little bit more fascinating to me. I really don't see. I really don't see a reason why Milwaukee can't make the finals.
The only reason if playoff time is going, teams are still going to play them the same way that they've been playing them. So Giannis showed that he can make jump shots on a consistent basis when it count in the playoffs.
I'm playing zone.
So that's going to be the telltale sign. But Toronto looking good right now. They've been there, even though Kawhi was the head of that thing. You still got other players, all them players, they've been there. We know Boston looking much better now that young Kobe out the way. We know Brad Stevens is a pretty good coach, outside of last year. Philly is still the wild card. I don't think Miami's going to be ready this year to go to the final. But it's a few teams, depending on the matchup, that could get Milwaukee. I mean, if you look at if it had the end right now and it ends like this, 4-5 is going to be Miami and the Sixers. If the Sixers get out of that, it's going to be them against Milwaukee.
And they can win that one. I think Philly's the biggest concern for them. They don't want to play them in the playoffs.
Yeah, just because of the size. I think because of the size factor.
Yep.
Size factor, yep.
Last question. I'm doubling back, but it just came to my mind. But would you consider Kyrie a cancer?
No, I wouldn't give him that title.
Okay.
I wouldn't give him that title. Now, when he's around, shit seems to happen.
Bruh.
That
was a real political answer right there.
I'm just saying, he might not be the direct cause, but hey, the track record is what it is, right? But
let's get on. Why you stupid? Let's get on stupid. He calls, but we're here around. Shit happens. That was pretty funny.
Oh man, I had to play both sides on that.
All right, let's look at these. All right, who finishes at 1 in the West?
I think it will be the Lakers. If not the Lakers, I think it'll be Denver. I think the Clippers they're going to manage too much. They adding any and everybody. They got a gel and all of that shit. So I don't think it's gonna be. Are they, with all these pickups, everybody talk about them loading up for the Lakers. Are they loading up for the Lakers, or are they loading up to match up with the Rockets? Because everybody going small ball seem like it.
And I mean, picking up Reggie Jackson, he's what, your fourth guard, maybe?
Right. Everybody's so hype about this pickup. I'm like, okay, when he gonna play?
Shamit's balling for him right now. You still got Beverly. You still got Lou Will. It's only one ball last time I checked. I mean, damn.
So, I mean, Reggie Jackson, he, like you say, he's a good player, but he's going to be on the bench.
And I think the main thing the Clippers are looking at, fuck one. I just want two. It'll be in the same building, same gym. Long as I get two, I'm good. Well, hell, three wouldn't matter because you still, if you go on the road with the Lakers, it's in your gym. You know?
Oh, yeah, okay. In that regard, yeah. But
that's if the Lakers get there. Now, I think that if it stayed the way it is right now, of course, they'll be fine against Memphis. Memphis is scrappy. They'll be fine.
They'll get the win.
Issues.
I give Dallas maybe a game in a 7-game series. But I mean, if it's like it is right now, then you're looking at Lakers against Memphis, and then the winner of Utah, Houston, second round. So yeah, that'll be Western Conference Finals for them in my book. That Denver Clippers matchup would be interesting. That's where I think the Nuggets would need that 2 seed to have home court.
They gotta have home court.
Over the Clippers.
They gotta have home court. All right.
Yeah.
If you're the Lakers, if you're looking at them, being realistic, who's the most pressure on?
Well, there's always pressure when LeBron James is involved. I mean, that's just the nature. That's just the nature of it. But
why am I looking at AD this year, saying the most is on him? He got to show up.
I mean, because he's never done it before. He hadn't really did big things in the playoffs because he's been hurt for a lot of it. You can say that, but we know at the end of the day who gonna get it, who gonna get the backlash if they don't win a title. It's always title or bust with LeBron.
Yeah.
With that said though, I think it's equal pressure on the Clippers. I mean, LeBron done been here 10 times. He done been to that stage plenty times. With the Clippers, they the ones loading up all these pieces. And they the ones that went out and made the big off-season, trade and leading people on, if you will. They the ones did all that. So it's a lot of pressure on that side. They the ones that was talking in the off-season. Patrick Beverly and them talking a little smack, which is all good, but they the ones out there doing that. So they putting just as much pressure on themselves doing all that.
Well, I came away from, it's only one game, of course, but watching that Philly game, and I was sitting there thinking, like, they have no inside presence. None.
Right.
Bron should be able to get to the hole whenever he wants against the Clippers. Whenever he wants. Ain't nobody there to challenge. And if they're not making jumpers, it's a problem. It's a problem.
Yeah. I mean, I know we point to the 2 wins that the Clippers got. But I'm like, if the Lakers stop playing like guards and start utilizing the size, it's going to be over like they would blow them out. But they would have the considerable advantage.
Right.
So you would think come playoff time that would happen.
Right.
Let me ask you this, because I'm looking at this train here a little bit. Are we guaranteed the Clippers even going to get to the Western Conference Finals?
Nope. Not at all.
I think we are putting this as a foregone conclusion that it's LA versus LA in the West.
I don't see it that way.
I'm like, I don't know. We got groins and hamstrings and low management and these new cats, and
they're not even practicing together.
You know what I'm saying? And then not only you got a lot of new cats, you got a lot of new cats that sometimes ain't wrapped too tight.
Right.
You got Pat Bev, you got the Morris boy, you got Reggie Jackson. You got some loose, I ain't gonna say loose cannons, but you got a couple wild cards.
But can you agree with me on this though?
What's that?
I might be stepping out with this one. This year, is LeBron's last chance to get another title.
Nah, I don't think that because Anthony Davis there.
Nah, the reason why I say that, Warriors gonna be back next year. That's another team gonna be in the way, and I feel like this is probably with them out the way. Of course, CP3 probably gonna be gone. Dallas will continue to get better. Memphis shouldn't be there, but I feel like this year, without them in the way, this is the last good chance he gonna have. I mean, look at the supporting cast. They have no trade pieces. They don't put all their chips in the middle of the table.
Yeah, I mean, as far as building out the roster, you're right. But I'm not expecting the Warriors to come back and. I mean, they don't have a threesome no more, so to speak. You know, it's still.
You're gonna put some respect on that triple single. You're gonna put some respect on that.
Hey, now when Steph and Clay is in the lineup, Draymond and his triple single, you know, that turns into double doubles and triple doubles all day. It just does. You know, he's just not the guy that's gonna carry you. You know, he's the modern day Dennis Rodman. There ain't nothing really bad about that. It's just that he's not a superstar that's going like we talk about. Well, that's a bad comparison. But Draymond is what he is. All right, good player, great defender. Somewhere around there.
And he's not athletic, so that ain't gonna get better.
The key piece with them is gonna be what does Andrew Wiggins do? Does he step up? Because if he steps up and he can still get in the 20 to 25 that he was given, but make it a meaningful 20 to 25,
right?
Then yeah, they could be back a unstoppable problem.
A healthy Steph, Clay, Draymond, Wiggins, and whatever they get in the top 5. Better than Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
Dallas, maybe. Of course, Memphis.
Denver's gonna be there.
This the year he has to. I feel like they got to get it done this year. And I could be stepping out there with that, but I feel like getting him back. Of course, they should be on a revenge tour, but you know, Steph kind of got to avoid that shit because they was gonna run the score up on his little ass this year. But he got to avoid it with that wrist injury. But all right. You think now? Let's talk about this 9 seed. I'm sorry, the 8 seed. I don't expect Memphis to stay there, but hell, they 4 games up. Dame hurt. You said there's only 25 games left. Is Ja gonna hold on?
But if you would have asked me before Dame got hurt, and consider now if he come back here soon, then good. But if he out for say 2 weeks, you know, with a hamstring, and he missed 6, 7 games, 8 games. They're gonna be in trouble. Like you said, 4 down. San Antonio Spurs, I know you got them here on the sheet, them and the Pelicans.
I just put them to put them.
They in range, so to speak, with 5 games. I don't see any one of them making the push. So it's Portland or Memphis.
They say right now he's gonna miss 4 to 5.
4 to 5 games or weeks?
4 to 5 games.
Okay.
And if you down 4 now, you see he had to average damn near 50 to keep him above water.
And they don't play defense.
You know what that means?
Now, one thing I did, because I remember, I think I brought it up or mentioned it on one show a few weeks back, that Memphis' schedule it ain't the greatest.
You did say that. You did.
Here in these next couple of weeks out of the break. I'm trying to pull it up here real quick, people, so we can get a kind of an idea. There we go. All right, so coming out of the break, this is what Memphis got. Okay, so they play the Kings tonight.
They should win.
Then let me see. Okay, matter of fact, they start off this second half of the season 4 games on the road. They in Sacramento tonight. The Lakers tomorrow. So that's the second end of a back-to-back. Then Monday they got the Clippers. Next Wednesday they got the Rockets.
Because they lose all 4 of them games.
Then they play the Kings again. Then they turn around and play the Lakers again. That's how they finish out the rest of this month.
That's the next 6 games, right?
That's the next 6 games. All right.
Only team that they could possibly win is the Kings.
So I mean, you know,
and they be a game or 2 behind.
Now let's look at what Portland got just to see, because it's one thing if Memphis losing, but if the Blazers ain't winning, they ain't making up no ground.
Nope.
So do they play tonight? They do not. The Blazers don't play tonight, but tomorrow. See, the Blazers start off with 3 games at home.
Okay.
They got the Pelicans tomorrow, the Pistons, the Celtics, and then they go on the road to Indy and to the Hawks. That's how they finish out this month. That's more favorable.
That's only 2 games. It's not playoff teams right now.
Right.
Well, 3 if you count the Pelicans.
Yeah. So, and then after that, they got, this is the Blazers that is, they got the Magic, Wizards, Suns, Kings, Suns.
They can make up some ground.
They can make up some ground pretty quick. Shit. March ain't looking all that hard either.
I feel like CJ's been a disappointment this
year. Is it that, or is Melo taking up more shots? I know Rodney Hood had emerged early in the season,
but he got hurt.
Yeah,
he's gone. But I don't know. I
feel
like he broke that up.
Yeah, but you may be onto something because he hasn't had. You haven't really seen, unless I could be missing something. He hasn't had those breakout, those 30, 40-point outburst games as much as we're used to him having.
Right.
We used to looking up and Dame having 30, CJ having 25 pretty much every night. But maybe he had to do as much because Dame been so hot lately too.
The crazy thing with some of them games, you looking there like, damn, got like 45. He carried him. CJ ass
down 3.
CJ ass on the court. So,
yeah.
But yeah, so we talked about the Clippers. Nobody right now, right?
And one last thing about Portland, though, maybe that's something they got to change because CJ's scoring is going to be down if Dame is out there taking most of the shots. But if you out there scoring 50 and y'all barely winning or losing, then maybe y'all need to go back to 25 and 25 if that's going to make you more effective.
The only thing I can't take away from Dame is Dame ain't getting you an inefficient 50. It's efficient. That's the one thing I can't take away from him. So we'll see with that. But like I said, is anybody scared of Denver?
Not the Clippers or the Lakers. And that's really all that matters. That's really all that matters because the Lakers have played them 3 times, beat them twice on Denver's home court. The only time Denver beat LA is when LeBron didn't play.
Yeah, that was a good game. That was last week, I believe. LA went to Denver and won that game.
Right.
We got zero faith in the small ball in Houston.
Because it's Houston, absolutely.
Russell been balling.
I don't care.
Okay. He got hard though. He not hard. He ain't gonna fold. He gonna play hard at least. I ain't gonna say he gonna.
Yeah. He gonna play hard. He ain't gonna be efficient. He gonna play hard though. But we've seen the Russell Westbrook Dolo tour. Yeah. That tour stops in early May every year.
Hey, did you see that they signed 2 centers the other day? Did you see that shit?
Nah, they got some cats over 6'7".
They signed Jeff Green and DeMarre Carroll because they signed some centers.
I did. I saw that. I'm tired of looking at James Harden do the jump ball.
Dog, if Anthony Davis don't eat this playoff, you can't be a guard this playoff, dog. The only big dude in the conference, I believe, is the Joker. Well,
and Gobert.
Two big dudes in the conference. You take them outside. I'm okay with that. You can be a guard against them. But these other teams, you need to eat their ass alive. Eat them alive.
Yep. If y'all happen to play Dallas, take if KP gonna be back, he'll be back.
He's out there now, I believe. Hell, I'll take him to the block. He's small too.
That's what I'm saying. You got to take his ass down low. Put him in a torture rack.
All right, let's finish this basketball up. We got a little bit of football. Who's gonna be the MVP? Does Giannis maintain?
Yeah, their record is just gonna be they're gonna win 65, 70 games. The record is gonna be the thing that keep it for him. He gonna pretty much lead it from start to finish.
I think it's a complete joke that people are saying that Zion is gonna hawk down Ja. Ja been balling people.
Not happening.
Put some respect on his name, man. He's been balling. So I don't even want to hear none of that shit. All right, let's talk a little football. All right, the owners agreed to the proposed new CBA, which will basically add a new a seventh playoff team, and give coming in the coming. Well, I said coming in the coming. That's crazy. In the upcoming years, they will move to 17 regular season games. The players got to vote on it at this point, but I don't believe it would have got to the owners like this if the players weren't going to be with it. They're taking away a preseason game and giving a regular season game. I want to say they're going to start in 21 or 22. But how you feel about this?
Yeah, I don't like certain pieces of it. Now it's got to go. It's actually got a couple steps to go because it's got to go. The players' union got to first vote on it, and then if they pass it, then all the players will vote on it. So it's got a couple steps still to pass. I was looking at it earlier, and I highlighted a couple of things. I should have sent you a copy of it. One of the things, a couple of the things I noticed. First of all, let's just address the key points that you brought up. 17 games, okay, whatever. If you're gonna remove one preseason game and do a 17 game, so be it. We know that's a money grab, whatever.
Yeah, it is.
Now this adding 2 more playoff teams and making it 7 playoff teams per conference and only one bye per conference. Please, I hope the players don't agree to that shit. I don't want to see more 8-8 teams making
that's a money grab like a motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see that shit. And not only that, because it could fuck up some shit because of football. Any given Sunday, anybody can fuck around and lose. You know, you fuck around and lose to a 7-9 team who just got in to use a 2 seed who really had a bye under the old, you know what I'm saying, under the old format. Now you out wild card weekend. Yeah. Now I don't like that at all. You know, get your little money grab with your 17th game, and be done with it. Now the thing about the salary,
they're looking at that $5 billion that's going back their way. That's what they're looking at.
Yeah, but that $5 billion is spread out over the course of a 10-year agreement.
Yeah.
And now, we talk about some of the money things. One thing that I didn't like about another thing I didn't like about the 17 game piece was the money part. So players that are already under contract and their contract would bleed over into the start of this new CBA.
Yeah.
The 17th game, how they would be compensated is they would be compensated what would equate to a regular game check, but it caps out at $250,000.
I saw that.
Okay, so if I did some quick math, that's basically if you make $4 or $5 million a year, you getting your same money.
Yeah,
you got a lot of cats making way more than $4 or $5 million a year. So $250,000 for that extra game, that ain't nowhere near cutting. So I think that may be a piece that they may have a hurdle on. But like you said, if they're getting it back in other avenues, like with the revenue sharing and things like that, then maybe it's not as much of a deterrent as I'm thinking it is. But hell, I'm not an agent. I'm just looking at it as a fan.
No, I get you. I do like that the bye team gets playoff money for that week because they said they don't get that now. I do like that because that's incentive to get one. If you didn't have incentive before to play week 17, unless you way ahead, you're going to have that incentive now. That you're going to have a week off and get paid, that's cool. But, yeah, let's flash back to the wild card weekend this past year where the homie here said, both these teams can kiss my ass. That's when we were sitting there watching the Bills and the Texans in that just ridiculous game that just nobody could do shit. That means we're going to have 2 more teams doing the same thing. 2 more.
It'll be 3 games on each wild card day. Fuck that.
That's it. So, we gonna see.
Yeah, I don't like that. One thing that I saw in the player contracts or whatever, right now with the rookies on the 5th year, the rookies they get the 5th year option. Under this agreement, the 5th year option will be fully guaranteed for the 4th and the 5th year at the same time whenever the option happens to be executed by the team or exercised by the team. Now, the amount of the option is dependent on player achievement and no longer would be based on what slot you were selected in the first round. So I do like that. You pay how you perform, not where you were necessarily drafted.
Right.
I think that's also a way though to control that player a little bit longer. Because if you can pay him less money, nobody else is going to pay him anymore. So he got to kind of stay in house for maybe an extra year.
Right. In most cases with first round draft picks, unless you just flat out suck, they're going to control you for 5 to 6 years.
Yeah.
Easily. So that's just what it is. All right, let's move.
Now they got one last thing about the rookie contracts. So they got it's going to be called a proven performance escalator in there for second round picks. I guess, you get to a certain level or whatever, make Pro Bowls or whatever, then you get an escalator. Then, let me see. Then they got a super escalator.
Oh, shit.
If you were for the cats that was drafted in rounds 2 through 7, who outperformed those round contracts. You get drafted 5th, 6th, 7th round. That money ain't shit. And then you come out here and you get thrown into a position, and now you didn't fucked around and made a Pro Bowl.
Are you talking about the quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys?
That could be the Dak rule. It could be the Dak rule. Sound like it's exactly what it sounds like, don't it? So now they would have to kind of pay how they weigh.
We're going to talk about Dakota in a little bit. Let's run through these other few stories. All right, Drew Brees dragged it out, but he finally decided to come back. But if Drew Brees is coming back, clearly that means Teddy Bridgewater is gone. What are they going to pay Taysom Hill? I'm so sick of this shit with him. I don't know what to do with myself.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, he restricted. They'll probably let him. I think they put a first round tender on him. So if anybody want to,
they talking about giving him a real deal.
I don't know how they gonna finagle it under the money, but
I don't, bruh. What am I missing? He threw the ball 15 times. What am I missing?
Hey man, maybe they don't think with Teddy Bridgewater that the offense will be explosive enough. With Taysom Hill, look at the way the quarterback position is changing, how it's being played. And they're just looking at all the things that he can do. So, Sean Payton's kind of a what they call it, not a evil genius, but I don't know what they call it, mastermind, crazy.
Yeah.
He's a play caller. I'll just say that. Who knows what kind of crazy shit. Matt Sanchez, that's the shit I'm looking for.
There you go.
He might come up with who knows what kind of fucking offense. But that's what I think they're looking at. Because
I heard something so disrespectful.
What's that?
Some dude said, "Hey, he's better than Lamar Jackson right now if he gets to play." Of course, it was an unnamed, coach or scout, some shit like that. Man, stop.
Right.
Stop it.
Right. You just got through saying that Lamar's style needed to be wide. He needed to be a wide receiver. That shit can't work. Now the man went MVP, and now this man better than him who tries to emulate what he does. Man,
stop it. All right,
Please
next
stop.
up, we're starting to hear a little bit more about this Phillip Rivers thing to the Colts. I was on that Jacoby bandwagon early last year. Might have been the year before too. I said Jacoby's solid. Shit didn't work out this year.
Coming into the year, because last year he was, year before last at this point, he was solid. Coming into this 2019 season, I was like, okay, he probably ain't going to be, elite and no shit like that. But with that defense, they had started to run the ball at the end of that last season.
Right.
Maybe they in that division they can win 9 or 10 games possibly, and it didn't come close to happening.
Would you bring Rivers in?
I mean, I don't think they.
Before you answer that, one thing that I did not know is most of this staff was in San Diego. They're running the same plays, same verbiage, same shit. I didn't know that.
Okay. No, I didn't know that either. So maybe that's where the talk is coming from. But I think he'd be a good bridge because obviously he ain't got too much longer. But
got to draft somebody,
right? And they were 7-9 last year.
Nah.
What were they record last year? No, 5-11, I think.
No, that was San Diego. Yeah, the Brissett went 7-8.
Okay, so I mean, they in a decent draft position, but they not in a position, I think, to get a franchise quarterback that's going to be able to start right away. So I think you bring Phillip Rivers in as a bridge quarterback.
Go get that dude you asked me. What was it? Who was Jordan Love?
Oh,
some dude who played at 11 o'clock at night.
hey man, where you go to Wyoming somewhere?
Hey,
but I can see it.
Out there.
I mean, I can see it happening because I mean, you look at, like you said, you look at openings. There ain't many.
It's really not.
There ain't many. So I can see the Colts. It's a good, stable organization. They play inside. It's not too tough of a division. I can see them. I can see the marriage there.
The biggest question, though, what does he have left? That's my concern.
Like you said, get him indoors. Turn all the fans off. I don't know. You do. I guess you got a better offensive line, and going with the Colts.
They were top 5 last year from the.
Is Marlon Mack better than Melvin Gordon? Probably not. I probably would take Gordon first, just because he. Yeah, Gordon. I think Gordon can catch out of the backfield a little bit.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
So maybe maybe he's a 10 of spade.
There you
he
go.
ain't a face card. That's disrespectful as fuck.
Not even the jack.
No.
That's a damn shame. That dude held out all camp last year, and how many games? And you say he ain't even a face card.
He ain't even a face card.
Damn, bruh.
I mean, he should have a game with them fumbles. They gave him like 5 carries in one of them games. He couldn't even get on the 1 yard line. Nope.
Oh man.
All right.
Interesting.
Keep it moving. Oakland says they got 2 years, $60 million for Tom Brady. Now, I started looking at the numbers, and I was like, okay, well, why would they do that? If the numbers are damn near similar, and he's 28 and he's 43, why would you even consider? Is Derek? I mean, okay. I guess the bigger question is, how bad does Derek Carr suck? I don't think he even necessarily sucks.
I don't think he don't suck.
Is he safe? That's the thing. He's Alex Smith or Diet Alex Smith.
I mean, Derek Carr, Jimmy Garoppolo, Kirk Cousins. I mean, these dudes all the same. You know what I'm saying? They can win you some games on a good day. On a day they ain't playing so well, they can fuck everything up. Mm-hmm. So and that's 60-70% of the quarterbacks in the league, unfortunately.
Basically.
So the money, I mean, you have to come with that average 30-year meal average, because that's what New England's already put out there. So to me, that money ain't enough. For me to come out there to play with Oakland or Las Vegas at this point, y'all got to offer me more than that.
I was sitting there thinking about it. I meant to ask you on the side, but okay, it's 32 teams in the league. 32. Right. How many of these owners do you think are trying to win or trying to sell tickets?
On a year-to-year basis, not just when they get hot, right?
Year to year. Trying to win.
8.
And that's out of 32. So let's just say 10 on the high side.
8. I'm saying 8 to 10. Off top of my head, you know the Patriots are always trying to win. Green Bay, Pittsburgh, the Cowboys don't accomplish it, but they're trying to win.
Yeah.
I would like to throw our teams in there. We've had some bad years, but I don't think we just out there just putting shit out there on the field just to be doing it. If we've got a bad team, it's just because we bad right then.
Right.
I think the Falcons try to win. The Saints.
You might be over 10 at this point. So
yeah, I mean, we'll say half.
Okay, so if that's the case, 16 teams ain't trying to win every year. It's trying to sell tickets.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, and they bad at that. So it's like you got to do the Dolphins, the Bengals. These teams like, hey, you can't be bad and sell tickets. It's not going to work. The only team I think that really works for is the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, because they ain't got shit else. Yeah, I mean, if you look at it that way, It's Cleveland. Shit, nothing else. Jacksonville. They're going to London. Most of these games. You know, it's
the Cardinals, Arizona. They seem to have some decent crowds. I don't know how many games they actually sell out, but they seem to have a pretty good fan base that come and support them no matter what.
Shit, what they gonna go do? Go watch Suns games? When's the last time the Arizona Wildcats was legitimate?
Was good.
Good.
Randy Johnson, that was early 2000s.
And that was 100 years ago. So I mean, I was thinking about it like, okay, with this Oakland thing, I'm like, dog, they trying to sell tickets. I mean, if we're honest, and I'm not.
I mean, they first year, they got him. Yeah,
they're trying to put his face on billboards coming into Las Vegas. That's what they're trying to do.
Right, because the face that was supposed to be on the billboards kind of fucked that situation up.
Hey, but I don't know. I guess I'm looking at this situation like, okay, he's gonna be 43 this year. I mean, damn, what more does he? How much more does he have?
I think Tom Brady can still win. He's got to have weapons. He's got to have weapons. Okay. If I would have had Tom Brady, if Tom Brady would have quarterbacked that game instead of Jimmy, we would have won the Super Bowl.
Because it was in Tampa, it was 70 degrees. Okay,
okay, those are the breaks in that defense. You know what I'm saying?
How far can you say he throw the ball? December in Foxborough. And this is what Bill's looking at.
I give him 40, 45, maybe 50 yards.
Straight up.
You should. I mean, you're an NFL quarterback. You should be able to do that.
It's 43, dog.
I mean, 50 yards ain't that bad. I can throw 40 right now.
I know Driscoll Ferrari can do it.
Oh, God. Yeah, and it's going to be out of bounds. That shit going to be enrolled in section 113.
We getting off.
But no, man, I still think Brady can game manage a team. I mean, because you look at what they did this year. He had a great defense, you know, and even the clusterfuck what they had going on offensively, they still won, 12 games? 11, 12 games?
Yeah.
So, you know, you put him with somebody that's got some weapons or get him weapons there, and I think they can make up for that scoring deficiency.
Get a running game. That would be helpful.
Yeah, but I just something just popped into my mind. It's probably got 0.1% chance of happening. But we know AB been back talking to John Gruden, as he said.
That's a package deal, dog. I'm with you. That's a package deal.
Brady and AB on that billboard in Vegas. Them tickets selling out like hotcakes, right?
That's a package deal.
Bro,
I believe it's a package deal wherever he goes. And I think he got a chance to come back to New England. He's been apologizing for 3 damn weeks to everybody. But I believe that's a package deal. All right, let's speed this thing up. We about to be done. We can save this franchise tag stuff to next week. All right, another old cowboy hating. Another one. It's like when you retire from Dallas, do you just automatically become a sucker?
Yeah, they must be on the payroll because these old cats stay out here speaking for these teams still and caping for these teams still. Like, dude, the money ain't the same. This ain't like the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Stay out my pocket.
Right. Last time I checked, Dakota Prescott was a 4th round pick. 4th round pick money ain't even guaranteed. It's not. So he been out there on some week to week. Like, they coming for me? They coming for me?
The starting quarterback of the richest sports. No, are they the richest sports franchise? I know they're the richest football. The Knicks. Okay. I think the Knicks may be number 1, but they top 3 richest sports franchises. Not just footballs, all of sports.
Right.
And he's making like $400,000 a year.
Okay. Now Emmett went on the radio, was like, well, you know, Dallas is a very marketable organization. Instead of taking 35, would you take 28 and leave some for Amari? First of all, don't be counting my goddamn pockets, 1.
And not Tom Brady.
2, so if I take less from them, then when Campbell Soup come to me and say, hey, we thought we had a dub, but we might have 15, you know, it's adding up. Nah, Dallas been eating for some years now without him getting this money. Now I'm gonna tell you one reason why Dak ain't about to take no deal. I
Right.
read this on Sport Track. By March 19th, Jared Goff is gonna get his $21 million roster bonus. And then by that time, his $25 million salary in 2021, his $2.5 million roster bonus, his $15.5 million roster bonus for 2022 all becomes guaranteed. By
All of
March
it.
19th, he's going to have $94 million guaranteed.
That is right at a month away.
Because I'm not even stepping foot in Texas without a deal.
Don't call me either. The only call I'm taking is from my agent.
That's it.
You know,
I might go back to the exact same place Zeke went. Stay in the same damn room. Do the same shit.
do the same shit.
Cause you gotta have my money.
That's it.
You gotta have at this point. He can sit there and do the whole Kirk Cousins thing. He can do it. Trust yourself. But as soon as he tear up his knee, somebody hit him. Oh, the price of the brick going down.
Absolutely. And this new CBA they got on the table is about to be way more money on the table. So, nah, go ahead and account for that. And I also I don't want to hear. I'm tired. I want to hear no more about you can't win if your quarterback making a lot of money because you're gonna have to. Everybody wasn't the Patriots and Tom Brady giving back money. People keep forgetting that.
He the only dude that gave back money. The only one.
And if you know your quarterback got to make a lot of money, then you need to fucking have some people that know how to draft and evaluate talent. You know what I'm saying? Stop making excuses that the quarterback make too much money while your team suck. These cats, Mahomes, Deshaun Watson, Lamar Jackson, Wentz, and Goff already getting paid. The quarterbacks are going to make the money. So
absolutely,
none of that. You can't win with the quarterback making money because them are the cats that's about to be winning and they about to be making bread. So you got to figure this shit out.
The market is what it is. So that's that. All right, I got one more with NFL. We're gonna leave this franchise tag stuff to next week because that's gonna get real next week. Joe Burrow. He claims that he has leverage. You see the quotes. Sir, how does he have leverage?
Anything short of pulling the Eli Manning, and I'm not coming.
Even if he pulled the Eli, we're talking about the Bengals. Fuck, they care. Cool.
Right.
Take a year. We'll be waiting on you. I'm trying to find leverage. I really am.
Who has he hired an agent? Because
I haven't heard.
Him and his pops doing they talking too much.
They're talking way too much.
They're talking way too much. Because is he even throwing or doing anything next week at the combine?
He said on these quotes, he said, "I don't prove myself. Look at the tape. I ain't gotta do nothing at the combine."
Bet.
Word? I mean, that's the truth. But is he starting to borderline as a cocky sucker? He's starting to feel that way to me.
He may not be that, but it's gonna play out that way. Because of this whole, does he want to go play in Cincinnati? And he could have easily
that part don't bother me. It's just the Odell shit. When he sat there and told on Odell, he always he talks too much. I think that's my problem. He talks too much.
Okay,
just chill. I just don't think he has.
He's not gonna not talk because he the quarterback. So just don't get to Baker Mayfield level.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Don't get to Baker Mayfield level because you had a good college season. I say a singular.
Singular.
You know what I'm saying? And this is the NFL, buddy. And you going to the Cincinnati Bengals most likely.
You're going there.
Not a franchise known for winning or building a team or like we was just talking about, showing that they actually want to fucking win and compete. So it's cold up there. The NFC North is a bloodbath. And, yeah, like you said, you may want to just buckle down and chill for a second before you start popping off at the mouth. You got the Heisman, you got the most touchdowns in college. All that shit is nice and dandy. But no, don't tell him shit. He'll learn like Baker Mayfield learned.
Absolutely. All right, let's get to these last other news and notes. The Astros. Are they going to be getting hit with baseballs all year long, or is it going to be like the first couple months?
At least the first 2 weeks.
Okay. So you said weeks, I'm saying months. You think it's going to be over with first couple weeks?
I think I don't know whatever teams they played in the playoffs that year. I think those teams definitely are going to get them. Now, what is baseball going to do anything about extra sanctions or suspensions if
they
they're
signed immunity deals?
Okay.
Only reason they talk is they had them deals. Fuck out my face. I ain't getting a suspension. You promised me immunity.
No. I'm talking about as far as baseball doing anything to regulate teams just throwing baseballs at them, and
Yeah, that's tough there because I think it's going to happen. A lot of these dudes are real tough though.
It's definitely going to happen. It's just a matter of how much. But I wish some of these cats would just really shut the fuck up about it.
All right, it's done. They're not taking the title. That dude from the Braves, Mark Kakis, yesterday talking about they need a beating.
Yeah,
man, you can see them. Step to them.
Dude won't even play them.
Right. I mean, Aaron Judge, and now the dude for the Dodgers, Bellinger, I get it. He should feel away.
Right.
Sure. But, they're not taking the title. Stop. They're not. You'll get over it. This shit ain't no worse than the steroid shit. I mean, it's just what Ric Flair said. You ain't cheating. You ain't trying to win.
Right. And I forgot who it was. I think I was watching something this morning. They were saying, if you just look at the culture of baseball, they've always been about stealing signs and how you can get one up on somebody by stealing a sign. So this is just evolution of something that was already there. So, hey, maybe because I don't really I watch baseball. I enjoy watching and following the Braves these last couple of years because they got some good players and they've been doing well. I go to a game when it's not 100 degrees outside. Yep. I'm sitting in the shade, or most likely a night game. Yep. That's about it. Outside of that, I really don't give a shit about baseball. So maybe that's why my attitude is nonchalant about it. I'll be the first to admit.
I don't feel a way about it, but Altuve, dog, stop lying.
He better hire some security, bro.
Bro, you had that buzz on that jersey when you told them folks don't take your shirt off.
What did he say? He said he had a tattoo.
Come on, man.
Whatever.
All right, last
story. Dog. Like you said, man, they not gonna take y'all title, man. Just stop talking about it.
Yeah, it's over with. Shit happens. All right, last one for the night. I can't recall, and I'm gonna go back on this. Even with Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather, I can't recall this much hype for a fight in a while. A long while. Who gonna win, dog?
I mean, I still got Wilder. I got Bomb Squad all day. Now Tyson Fury can definitely win this fight because he is a more technically sound boxer. It's just the fact I ain't seen nobody put Deontay on the ground.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it would if Wilder wins, it's gonna have to more likely be a knockout, or he's gonna have some knockdowns. If it go the distance, then Fury could win the decision, but he's gonna have to do it convincingly because you know how it is when you beat the champ, you got to beat him. It can't be it was even shit because they will find a way to alter those scorecards a little bit.
How you feel about Fury saying he's going for the knockout this go around? I don't think that's a good look for him. Because if you in there trading with Fury Wilder,
that's not. I'm not buying that because one, if he's coming out talking about what his strategy is going to be and it's going to be different, I think that's a setup. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to change up your strategy, why alert your opponent ahead of time that you're changing it up and what you're going to do? So I'm not necessarily buying that. Even if he tries to do that, now he may try to pick his spots and be a little bit more active, but he's not going to get in there and just slug with Deontay. For one, he's going to be weighing 20 pounds more this fight than he did last fight. He's going to be at like 270 this fight.
Shit.
Now Deontay, he's
230.
Nah, he fought at 212 the last time. He said he thought that was a little too. He said he thought that was a little too light after the fact. So he's like 230, 235 this fight.
Good.
So both of them are heavier. So especially Tyson Fury at 270. Nah, you're not finna go in there and be throwing fucking and just throwing haymakers like you're a welterweight. Nah, that's not finna happen.
Hey man, For us to come in here low energy or whatever, we graded out well tonight. That's a solid show.
Hey, man, that's what we do, man. We just do what we do. Once we get to rambling and talking, it just all flow into place.
I think it was solid. We did good tonight, homie. Shout out to you.
Hey, man, you as well, always.
Somebody to watch the fight.
Yeah, it's a lot of spots. It's a lot of spots showing it. I'll hit you up. We'll figure something out.
Mm-hmm.
All right, people. Again, we appreciate y'all tuning in. This is episode 212 of AA Sportscast, Straight Sports No Chaser. Remember to find us on either platform, whether it be Apple iTunes, Spreaker, or YouTube. Check us out. We also are up on the Facebook page. We got that popping. Urban Arena crew. Check that content out on that page as well. Shout out to the Kane and Ice Show over at BS3 Radio.
Shout out to them boys. I was talking to Kane tonight.
Hey, before we get up out of here, I want y'all to say a prayer for our boy Roy Williams, head coach at North Carolina. Our Tar Heels, and damn, I'm saying this, I'm sitting here with a damn Duke blue sweatshirt on.
They got their ass kicked last night. That's a good thing.
I don't know what the hell's going on in college basketball this year, but it ain't stable.
It's not.
And Carolina losing, I think we've lost 7 out of the last 9 games by 3 points or less. I mean, it's been brutal. It's been a brutal season. So I'm predicting that we're gonna win an ACC tournament and find a way to get into the big dance. How about that?
That'd be the shit.
All right, people. We appreciate y'all. We finna get up out of here. Uncle, hey, tell these people where to reach you at on social media.
At Rike6000. Holla at me. I talk sports.
All right. You can find me at Diego Barish. That's on Twitter as well. All right, again, people, we will holler at y'all later on. Y'all have a great weekend. NBA season again kicking back up tonight. Y'all enjoy it. We'll holler at y'all probably next week. Y'all be easy. Peace.